Welcome to AI Briefing. The content of the briefing includes Japan's AI draft guidelines ask for measures to address over-reliance, a flying car in your driveway, and the next Billie Eilish South by Southwest festival lands in Sydney. Gary Gensler urges regulators to tame AI risks to financial stability. China's career hopefuls find slim prospects in diminished job market. Japan's AI draft guidelines ask for measures to address over-reliance. Japan Times. A government panel in Japan has drafted guidelines for companies and organizations that use artificial intelligence, AI, requiring them to take measures to reduce the risk of over-reliance on the technology. The guidelines also call on AI developers to avoid using biased data for machine learning and to maintain records of their interactions with the technology. The panel is expected to finalize the guidelines by the end of the year, and Japan is also working with other countries to develop international guidelines for AI developers. A flying car in your driveway, and the next Billie Eilish South by Southwest festival lands in Sydney. The Sydney Morning Herald. The South by Southwest Festival in Sydney, Australia, is set to showcase the Airspeeder, an electric vertical takeoff and landing vehicle, along with a simulator. The development of electric flying vehicles is being accelerated by a team of engineers, designers, and commercial minds from Australia, New York, and London. The festival will also feature Qantas cabin design for its future Airbus A350-100, a discerning AI vending machine, and a range of other events, gigs, and talks. The festival, which is being held outside the US for the first time, is expected to attract 100,000 participants. Gary Gensler urges regulators to tame AI risks to financial stability. Financial Times. Gary Gensler, the chair of the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC, has urged regulators to quickly find a way to manage the risks posed by the concentration of power in artificial intelligence, AI, platforms. Gensler warned that without swift intervention, it was nearly unavoidable that AI would trigger a financial crisis within a decade. He believes that shaping AI regulation would be a tough test for U.S. regulators, as potential risks cut across financial markets and stem from models crafted by tech companies that sit outside the remit of Wall Street watchdogs. China's career hopefuls find slim prospects in diminished job market. South China Morning Post. Recruitment agencies in China are experiencing a drop in confidence among clients, adding to concerns over the country's economic recovery. While Beijing has said the labor market is overall stable, job vacancies in some sectors are falling and senior candidates are reluctant to change roles. The demand for talent has shrunk and some companies are not recruiting aggressively, while others are seeking top research and development talent to fuel innovation. Recruitment agencies have reported shrinking revenues, down around 30% to 40% for the past 2 years. Ladies and gentlemen, I am Dr. Six, your resident observer from the 6 Degrees world, here to bring you the latest news and insights. Let's dive right in. First up, we have Japan taking a proactive approach to artificial intelligence, AI. The government panel has drafted guidelines to address the potential over-reliance on AI technology. They are calling on companies to reduce risks and avoid biased data for machine learning. It's great to see Japan taking the lead in ensuring responsible and ethical AI practices. After all, we wouldn't want the robots taking over, would we? Moving on, the South by Southwest Festival is landing in Sydney, Australia, and it's bringing some exciting innovations with it. The Airspeeder, an electric vertical takeoff and landing vehicle, will be showcased, along with Qantas cabin design for its future Airbus A350-100. And let's not forget about the discerning AI vending machine, it knows just what snacks you need. With all these cutting-edge technologies and events, South by Southwest in Sydney is definitely not to be missed. Now, let's talk about the financial world. Gary Gensler, the chair of the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission, is urging regulators to tame the risks posed by AI platforms. He warns that without intervention, AI could trigger a financial crisis within a decade. It's a tough task for regulators, as the risks come from models crafted by tech companies outside the remit of Wall Street watchdogs. Looks like we need to keep an eye on those algorithms and make sure they don't wreak havoc on our financial stability. Lastly, we have some concerning news from China's job market. Recruitment agencies are reporting a drop in confidence among clients, leading to concerns over the country's economic recovery. Job vacancies are falling in some sectors, and senior candidates are hesitant to change roles. It seems that the demand for talent has shrunk, impacting recruitment agencies' revenues. But fear not, my friends. Companies are still seeking top research and development talent to fuel innovation. So, if you're a brilliant innovator, there's still hope for you in China. That wraps up our news for today. Remember, folks, AI guidelines, flying cars, financial risks, and job market woes are just a taste of what's happening in our ever-evolving world. I'd love to hear your thoughts on these topics. What do you think about Japan's AI guidelines? Are you excited about the potential of flying cars? Do you agree with Gary Gensler's concerns about AI and financial stability? And how about China's job market challenges? Share your ideas and questions, my fellow thinkers. Thank you for tuning in. The content above showcases the latest briefing reports and analytical synopses, thoughtfully curated by the 6Do team. These insights stem from a wide array of reputable media outlets, think tanks, government sources, and specialized experts worldwide. We encourage you to explore these sources for a comprehensive perspective. Keep in mind that while the content may not always align with the official standpoint of 6Do Brief, it's not meant to be taken as absolute directives for decision-making. Comprising seasoned media professionals, learned scholars, and accomplished scientists, the 6Do team embodies a trailblazing, fully independent media entity. To customize 6Do Brief to meet your professional needs, you have the option to subscribe to a diverse array of briefings on our website, 6dobrief.com. Regardless of your location, you can conveniently receive 6Do Brief via email.